Good evening, everybody, and warm welcome to this webinar. My name is Christian, and tonight we are going to tell you all about ageLOC TR90. What is it and how does it work? Well, to do so, we have my sister, Gudrun. She is a team lead executive, been in the business now for more than 16 years, and she was one of the lucky ones to be chosen to be sort of the guinea pig for this product here in Europe. So I believe we will also hear some of her personal experience of the products. She's going to go and tell us all about how the product is and what it does for you and how it works. So Gudrun, warm welcome to this webinar.
Thank you so much, Christian. And I can't tell you how excited I am about this program, about these products, because in my 16 years of business, I have never seen anything that has made me as excited. And I will tell you why. The thing is that we have in our hands something that can and will transform not only your body, but also your business in a short amount of time. And we can say that we are at the verge of the next wave of ageLOC products. ageLOC has been a concept that Nu Skin has been introducing to the distributor force for some years now. And probably about 1 million people around the world know what ageLOC is and how it's working. All the distributors, they know what how the galvanic has been working with ageLOC and so on. And we are now going into a whole new era with these products, these fantastic products. And I will tell you what each and every one of these products do a little bit later in the webinar. But if we think about why is this important, the thing is that we are all on a journey. We are on a journey to live well and live young. But the challenge is that millions of people are faced with an obstacle that they're always trying to overcome. And I'm saying trying because this is not simple, and it has been very tough for people to overcome this obstacle. The thing is that since 1980, the number of people overweight in the world has doubled. And this is really serious. And since 1980, the knowledge of how we get fatter, how we put on weight, and what we need to do to lose it has grown. I mean, we know that what we should do, and the knowledge is there, but people are not doing it. And there are several reasons why this is becoming more and more difficult, and I'll tell you all about those reasons as well. If we look at the number of overweight people by country, I mean, look at Australia on the top here. It's about 70% of the population is overweight. It's unbelievable and really, really. We have Canada just under, I mean, 65% or so. And then we have at the bottom, I mean, you have even countries like Germany Germany and France. I mean, France with over 40% of people being overweight. And on the bottom here, you have the US and the UK. UK being a country that for, not so long ago was not in very bad shape, but this is getting worse by the day. And I've recently come back from Japan, and Japan is only about 22, 24% or something overweight, the population. And you could really see it on the street. You could see it there, that people are very fit. But I can tell you that these products, the TR90 program, is going to be a huge success in Japan even, because this is not only a weight loss program, it's a weight management program. And I'll come back to that. That it's about firming your body and so on. And here we can see how it looks worldwide, the severity of the problem. And the really scary part here is that if we would look at a map like this a few years ago, only 5 or 10 years ago, much more of the world would be in the green and even in the gray zone. But now, it's the problem is getting worse really by the minute. And the result is that 65% of consumers worldwide are dissatisfied with their body weight and shape. And I was recently in a big group of people where, in my opinion, a lot of those people were really fit, looking fantastic. And my perception was that they were really happy with their look. But the thing is that we were asked, the whole group was asked, who in here is 100% satisfied with their body shape and weight? And nobody, not one person, put up their hand, because everybody seems to have a problem somewhere. Something is not as they want to have it, and there, we can always tune and fix something that we want to fix on our bodies. And 77%, these are statistics are saying this, that this is the number of people that are actively managing, trying to manage their weight. I don't know if the rest doesn't need to want or doesn't care, but at least this is the number that is really out there looking for something. And the weight management industry, this category, it's a huge one, but the interesting thing is it's getting even bigger. It's going from big to huge, humongous. It's predicted to grow by 72% over the next 5 years. So even if we, with our new, this is new for us to be in the weight management category. So doing that and only getting a 1 or 2% of this market is humongous. It's a really big business. And we have science. We have science that nobody else has, that is now helping us to understand what it is that we need to focus on. And understanding that body weight and shape are affected by gene expression. And, something that we have been hearing about throughout the ageLOC story, and knowing that we are not changing, or Nu Skin is not out there to change the genes or manipulate genes, but we are changing the behavior. We are getting the behavior of the genes to what their original state was, what they did before when they were very young. And the gene expression is basically the key to the healthier, leaner you. And I'll come to that. Because developing, what they did, they developed a program that affect weights and body shape in 3 key ways. And this is what they were out to do. And they went out to say, okay, this is exactly what we want to accomplish. To focus on these three areas. That is the metabolism, the lean muscle, the buildup of lean muscle in our bodies, and then the appetite and mindset, because that's such a big part of controlling your body weight. And how do they do this? How do they find the ingredients for the products? Well, they have a very advanced technology where they look at a heat map of the gene pool of a person. And if you look at the left side of the picture here, where you have a lot of green on the top and red on the bottom, that's a healthy young person, a very vibrant and the genes are working here in a very vibrant and young way. With age, it changes to kind of the next picture where you have this red, a lot of red. Maybe some of the ones that were very vibrant are now not working so well, and others become overactive and so on. That shouldn't be, because then they start to do something that is not so something that we want them to do. So what Nu Skin does, and the scientists, this incredible team of scientists at Nu Skin, they go in and they look at ingredients, and they see what effect do these ingredients have on this heat map. How do these genes change? And they do it, like you see here, product number 1 or ingredient number 1 didn't do a lot. Number 2 did a lot, but not the right things, and so on. So it's not until they come to ingredient number 4 that they get a desired result. And this is how they kind of screen a lot of ingredients. And you can see, I really love this picture, because it's a little bit like what we do in our business. We have a lot of a lot of people out there, and then they go through a process in our business and become distributors. But here we have a lot of ingredients, and these ingredients go through discovery and development process, and only a few of them these really desired ones come and become part of the ageLOC formulation and into the final products. This is basically how they formulate the products, and then it's about how the different ingredients work together, for example. So now we are seeing a whole system, that a weight management system, but a body shape system. And this, I know that many of you will be thinking, okay, how can a program like this really work with body shaping? Because don't you have to go out and work on a certain muscle, really have them become as you want them to be? But the thing is that with my experience, I can really tell you a body shaping system. I have, if I had been asked before I started on the system, where do you want to lose the kilos? Where are your problem areas? I would have appointed exactly the areas where I lost. And that is something that I have never experienced before, because unfortunately, I'm one of these people that have been on this yo-yo thing for years, gone up in weight and gone down, and lost a bit here and there, but somehow I never lost the weight in the places I really wanted to lose them until now. And that I will show you some pictures a little bit later so you can see for yourself. And this, is of course something that I think a lot of people are very interested to learn about. And we need to know that all our food choices, they impact the way our gene expression. Basically, the food choices influence how the genes express themselves. The correct proteins promote fat burning, and the carbohydrates trigger fat storing. This is very important to understand. And for me, I have heard similar things before, but it's not until I really, took it on myself and really went into the program that I fully understood this. So just to emphasize the correct proteins, they promote the fat burning. So let's look at the protein a little bit better, because they talk a lot about protein science in ageLOC TR90. And they're talking about an effective blend of high quality proteins. Proteins that prevent breakdown of muscle. And this is a real key here, and I'll show you why a little bit later. They influence the gene expression, the proteins. They increase fat metabolism, which we absolutely want. We want to burn the fat. They increase satiety, meaning that you don't get hungry. You feel you don't have the cravings. You really don't have the cravings. This, for me, I stopped eating in the evenings, for example, which had been my kind of really bad habit. And they improve your glycemia, or the blood sugar level. They control your blood sugar, so you don't get these craving, and up and down in the blood sugar. But traditional diets, they often result in unwanted muscle loss. And this here is the key where TR90 is changing this equation. And let's take an example. Here we have Joe. Joe he is 105 kilo, which is 16 stone and 5 pound. And so he's a little heavy. He feels, okay, I'm getting too heavy here. His body engine, his muscles are burning about 2,000 calories per day. That's how he has been doing for some time. But now he says, okay, I want to lose weight. So he starts exercising, he starts to cut down in his diet and so on. And he is successful. He becomes, he goes down to 90 kilos or 14 stones and 1 pound. And he's pretty happy. I mean, he's looking better and, really feeling it. But the thing is that of these 15 kilos, or it's 2 stone and 4 pounds, part of it, the bigger part is fat, but a part of it is muscle. It's about 5 kilos of muscle that he lost here, or 8 pounds of muscle. What does that mean for Joe? Well, it means that now he has a smaller engine. He has a smaller body engine. His muscles are not as efficient, and he only burns about 1,800 calories per day. He goes back to his same diet, exactly the same he did before, but he didn't get, and he was expecting, now I can, I've been really good, so now I can allow myself a little bit here and there. But the sad thing is that he not only puts on weight, he puts on more weight than he did before, because he has a smaller engine. And now, he will very quickly go up to 115 kilos or 18 stones and one pound, because every time he diets, damages his engine and he gets heavier and heavier. And this is why people go in on this yo-yo effect. This is exactly the reason why people don't understand. I'm eating the same as before, but still I'm putting on weight. And you've heard this, and this is the reason. So ageLOC is, of course, the Nu Skin is, of course, doing clinical tests on the products. And we have heard some preliminary results, and they are very, very promising. But there is an ongoing clinical test that we will hear about at convention in October. It's a randomized, blinded, controlled study, 12-month study of a group of people that are 18 to 65 years old. And they have a body mass index of 25 to 40. So a wide variety of people and, the age and their body shape. And what they're going to be doing, or what they are doing in this clinical study, is that they are determining the body composition, what components in the body are changing, and how do the genes express themselves. So this will be very exciting to hear about in October. We can say that research becomes reality when TR90, and we can say that it actually is a major innovation in weight management. It is, as it is based on gene expression, it's totally new. Nobody has ever seen anything like this. So we can say that we are basically creating a social movement. We have an opportunity to create a social movement with the right products and through the right channel. What it is doing, and this is maybe new to some of you, that it is unifying your mind and your body. So your mind plays a big part of this. You can see it's going to be your mind, your body, your willpower, your mood, your is going to be affected with this. And this is so much more than a number on a scale. It's about redefining your body shape by losing fat and maintaining more lean muscle to build a healthier, leaner you. And now I would like to tell you a little bit about my experience. It's about a month ago since I offered the product. I had my 3 months period. I was really into the program in the beginning. I really took it very seriously. I wanted to do this very well. And I was very much by the book in the first 2 months. In my third month, I went on a Team Elite trip, travel around the world, basically. So being on a program was a little bit more tricky, but I still had enforced a certain habits in my diet. So I kept with a healthier diet that I will talk about a little bit later as well. But because we're talking about, it's not only about a number on a scale, I only lost about 7 kilos. This is me before. So here I have several photos of myself. I can't say I'm very proud of these photos because they, in my opinion, don't show the real me, because you don't really see yourself this heavy. That's just the reality of it. And but this has been, you can see I have pictures here from 2011 and 2012. The most recent are less than a year old. And here you have photos of me after the program, and I just some of them actually taken just when I'm finishing, and now on my trip after the program. So very recent photos. And as I told you, the weight went off and where I wanted to lose it. It's not about a number on a scale. It's about how you feel and how you look. I had to change my whole wardrobe. All the trousers were too big. So, and the interesting thing is, I'm now 1 month away, since I finished the program, and I feel that I have to go and have some new clothes. Some of them are even actually getting too big again. So it's not only the 3 months and then stopping, because I have a good body engine. I have energy, and that is also so interesting, that my energy level is really high, and it was throughout the whole system. I felt fantastic and didn't feel any craving or anything, and really energetic. But here, if I now go into what is it that you get for in this program, it's four different components. You have the 2 bottles in the middle are basically your core. That is what you're doing the whole time. You have the one that says mind. That's a product called Control, or it will maybe only be called C, because we have very restricted rules about what we can call the products in Europe. So whatever it's going to be called, it's your Control. That is what is going to work for your mind. You take this product, 1 tablet 4 times a day. The other one is called Fit. You take that one tablet 3 times a day. So these you're taking for 90 days, 3 times and 4 times a day. This I thought was going to be a challenge, because I thought, oh my God, how am I going to remember that throughout my day? But the thing is that when you enter a program like this, you really go into this mindset, and you feel that, all of a sudden this is not a challenge at all, because you are thinking what you're putting into your body. And this was much easier than I thought. And then you have the one on the left. It's only for the first 15 days. It's working for your body and your mind. It's like these are sackets of powder that you open one and you put into your morning drink. It can be your water, juice, your T3, your tea, whatever you want to drink in the morning. You just blend it. It doesn't taste a lot, and you just drink it. It's a kind of a kickstart of the program. It's called Jumpstart. And so you are jump-starting. You're really like, okay, now I'm really starting my program, and you feel that something is going to happen. Then you have the 4th product, and that is on this photo. You have something called Trim Shake, but that's in America or other areas of the world. We will have in Europe, we are going to have bars, protein bars, and there are going to be 2 different kinds of bars. It's chocolate and it's lemon. They really taste good for mine, and they're actually a bit sweet, but it helps, and they have a good amount of calories, but that is because they are meal replacement. They are not snack bars in between. They are part of your daily meals. So you take 1 bar per day, and that bar is one of your 6 portions of protein throughout the day. So the whole program is based on helping your mind to work the program, to really be there and not lose concentration, not lose focus on it, and not be grumpy. That's also very important. You're not grumpy, you're not irritated or anything like that. And the whole system is based on 3 components, and the products are one of them. So the first round here you see is advanced products. Then you have a powerful, simple eating plan. I'll go a little bit deeper into that. And now I think people are like, oh, okay, so I'm only going to eat, a very restricted diet. And that's not how it is. So I'll show you a little bit. And then the active lifestyle. The active lifestyle does not mean that you need to go out six times a week and exercise in the gym and kill yourself for 90 minutes or anything like that. It's about being active. It's about, taking the stairs instead of the elevators when you can. For me, this meant going 3 times a week to the gym, exercising for an hour each time, or just over an hour. It's not about extensive exercise, but it's about that you really move your butt and you go out, go walk. If you're not an exercise person, go and take a good walk, an hour walk 3-4 times a week. And you are now, being active. So all these 3 components are a part of the whole system, and it's going to help you to be healthier and leaner. But let's look at the eating plan a little bit better. We are going to, and what you do, you basically create fat-burning meals, and you have these meals 3 times a day. So of those meals, it's very good if you can have them in the right proportion, because that's exactly what we're doing. We are having portions of protein, one portion or less of carbohydrates, and then two portions or 2 to 3 portions of the colored foods. The thing is that we have in the proteins, we are talking about good proteins: fish, lean meat, dairy products, eggs, cheese, beans, and legumes, nuts and seeds, and of course the protein bar. That wasn't on that list, but that's here in the proteins. For me, this was the biggest challenge, because I don't eat meat, so and very little dairy, so I needed to compromise and find other sources of protein. So I really needed to go out of my comfort zone a little bit and try more beans and stuff like that, which was fine, and I learned different things throughout that. So you adjust this to your diet as well. But remember, you need 6 portions of protein, and that was often a for me, and I didn't fine. Then the carbohydrates, and here was my second choice, because I usually go for more carbo, grains, the bread, the cereals, the pasta, and so on. And we should really limit this to 2 portions per day, 1 per these meals or less. And then the color fruits and vegetables, they talk about 2 portions of fruit and 2 portions of vegetables per day. And the portion is, of each of this, the portions are your fist size. So for a small woman, she has a smaller fist than a really big man. So you can imagine that they have different portion sizes, which is also very logical. And between meals are a fruit or a vegetable, so to get more of that today. I mean, here we say three meals a day, but I sometimes, and I had gotten into the habit of eating five meals maybe per day. So I just made smaller meals and had them more often. This you also adjust to yourself. And then you should, of course, avoid certain foods, and that's fats, everything fried, processed, sugary sweets, and sauces. Very logical, but the best thing is that you don't want those when you're on the program. You are not craving these. And that is a big success, and you will feel that. I promise you will. And the company, Nu Skin, is going to help us to keep track. We will have online systems like this. They have some beta versions out that we have been looking at, and where you can perhaps be in a group and you can, share the information, or you can do it for yourself personally and keep track of what you're doing. How much water have I been drinking? How much protein have I had today? And have I taken all my products and so on? And then we have this also in a digital device, so you can. It's an app on an iPhone or something, so you can just put it in every time you have a protein. Just put in, okay, I have had 1 protein. So in the end of the day, you know what you've been doing. So all of this is something that the company is really help with and will come out with at the same time as the program. Very, very exciting. But I want to wrap up my part of this with Joe Chang's words. He's the Chief Scientific Officer of Nu Skin. And he says, fundamentally, we will get fat metabolism. So your ability to burn fat will be greater than your ability to store fat. How fantastic is this? This is the key to ageLOC and to TR90. I thank you so much for listening. But this information has been very helpful for people to really understand the importance of what we have in our hands. But I also know that Christian is someone that has been, yes, he's my brother, but he's also a fantastic business person that has been working this business. He's a team elite executive, has been working this business with me throughout Europe and now very much in the UK for the last years. And Christian, you can tell us a little bit about how TR90 is not only going to transform our body, but also our business.
Yeah, I can certainly do that, Gudrun. But first, I would like to say, wow, did you see these pictures? Oh my gosh. I mean, 7 kilos, it doesn't sound like a lot. It's like 1 stone, 1 pound. But I can definitely see on the pictures there that you have built up a lot of muscle mass, and your body is just amazing. So, you know, I really am jealous. I would like to get these products today myself. So, but
Yeah, I
unfortunately,
understand that. A lot of people
yeah.
are jealous on that, and I know a lot of people are really waiting for them.
I can tell you, unfortunately, we all have to wait until October. But oh my gosh, I mean, this information you just gave us, Gudrun, is so valuable, so much packed information there. And I think that everybody that will listen are going to get quite excited about it. But I would like to tell you a little bit, from the business point of view, why and how that can affect your business. Why should you be an executive by the September the 30th if you already are not an executive? Well, a couple of reasons. If you follow our One Team Global West Europe duplication process, it means that you have been learning that and practice the duplication throughout the basic of the system. And there are a couple of things like the executive bonuses you will get a better hand on. And you need, of course, to be with 3,000 minimum of group sales volume. But the real reason why you should be building this business is that you need to be a Ruby executive by the 30th of September. That means that you have positioned yourself better as a leader. You have much better position for the LTO in October. And you, of course, get all the same bonuses as executives and things like that. But you also get 5% of the first 3 generation as a Ruby. But you're also on track on the new skin Rhythma. And if we go into just a couple of things here and look into this and compare distributor, executive, and Ruby, what that basically means, and if we go here and say like a distributor, he personally purchased 2 kits himself. An executive will do the same thing. He will purchase 2 kits, and a Ruby executive will purchase 2 kits. If we first look at the group sales volume, for example, distributor has no group sales volume in that sense. An executive has minimum about 2,000, and a Ruby executive is about 3,000 and above. And when you look at distributor, he managed to buy 2 kits himself. He is, spreading out the story and the excitement about TR90, and he has 3 customers buy 3 kits as well on his first level. An executive, he does the same thing. He buys 2 kits himself. He has 3 customers, but he also has 1 customer on the second level buy a kit. But a Ruby executive, he himself buys 2 kits, has 3 people on his first level and 4 people on his second level. So if you compare the group sales volume, as a distributor, it's 5,000. As an executive, it's 8,000. And a Ruby, it's 12,000 group sales volume. And let's look into a little bit how this calculates out for us and how it works. Well, you can see that when we look at the volume here, that as a distributor, when we just talk about the group sales volume here, a distributor is earning about just over 100 euros, an executive over 1,000, and a Ruby executive just about 1,600 euros after that. But let's look into other more bonuses that we have. For example, as a Ruby executive, you will have for your group sales volume there an extra 32,000 in group sales volume. That means that that's a 2,400 euros extra paid on that. If you, for example, participate in that yourself, you buy 5 kits and you have your first 4 executives buy 5 kits each themselves, you get an extra bonus of 750 euros. You also, if you personally have bought 3 kits or have in your circle group 3 kits of ageLOC TR90, you get this new skin branded scale, which is good to have, of course, on this program. But let's look into the bonus pool, for example. If each person is adding on 1 executive per month here, let's say you start in this month, June, you have started your 120-day Ruby plan, and you add on 1 executive each month. That means that in October, if you look at the bottom here, in October, you will have 7 shares that is going to be paid out to you. And with, let's say that roughly the shares is about 250 euros of value, that means there's an extra 1,750 euros paid to you there. And then if we calculate all of this together, as a distributor in October, you will be receiving about 100 euros, about 96 pounds or so. As an executive, it's just above 1,000 euros, just below 1,000 pounds. But the Rupee executive, and here we are looking at something really exciting. The Rupee executive, by earning all the extra bonuses that he is earning, he has about 6,500 euros, approximately 5,500 pounds. And this is a lot of money when you prepare yourself in the right way here. So it's quite obvious where you should be in October. Everybody should be focusing on being a Rupee executive, and not only that, they should help other people to become Rupee executive. Of course, you will qualify for the Rupee trip as well, that the company takes you to Utah, show you around the company, and they pay for the flight and the hotel and all that. But the difference is really amazing here to see that. If we look in terms of the beginning, we're all talking about the same thing. If you remember the first slide I showed you, everybody are doing the same thing. People in the personal volume, they're buying 2 kits, okay? On their second level, as a distributor, they have 3 kits, executive 3 kits, and Rubik's 3 kits, all doing the same thing there. The difference comes on the L2 level. So the second level, what you're doing there is that as a distributor, you have no kits sold there. Executive, 1 more kit, and a Rupee, 4 more kits. And the proof is, like I say, in the when you have calculated out what it is, you can see it for yourself. Approximately 5,500 pounds that are going to be paid out to you in October. So in my mind, there is no question about it. What you should do, you should focus on becoming a Rupee executive, and you should really get started now and prepare for this Lens, the LTO, in October. I mean, it's all about, we want to help people to look and feel younger. That's our mission with our ageLOC story. And it's about transforming your life in 90 days. We're not just talking about your physical appearance and building up muscle mass. We're also talking about transforming your business. I mean, your tech is going to be transformed there in 90 days. So focus on building up this with ageLOC. And what I really like, and this is something that company has done so cleverly, they have been teaching us, the distributors now, for the last couple of months and years, what is this ageLOC? I mean, they've been teaching us all about the gene expression, how it works, and now we are so much more qualified to go out and talk to people. And I can tell you, when people are losing all this weight and transforming their bodies like that, I'm guessing everybody needs the body galvanic and the facial galvanic and the rest of the products. And wouldn't you say so, Gudrun? It's business as usual. We should focus on the body galvanic, the ageLOC products, and the rest of the products we have out there as well until October.
Absolutely, Christian, and thank you. This is, I think, nobody's going to be doubting that this is the way to go now that you build your business and you prepare yourself for the autumn. I would recommend that you prepare yourself in both a business perspective, but also your mind to that you're going into this program in the autumn. But as you say, Christian, I mean, we have, if I go just emphasize these packages that we are talking about, that one package of ageLOC TR90 is a 3 period. So everybody buying the package, which is a 1,000-point package in October, will get a 3 month worth of products. And it's not 1 month. You don't take it for 1 month. Even if you have gotten your result after 1 month, you keep on and you finish the program, because you're still reprogramming your gene expression, kind of. So everybody takes these 3 months. But let's say you really feel that you know that you will need to lose more than those 7 to 10 kilos or whatever. Some people will maybe lose more on those first 3 months. Then you might want to buy 2 of them, take them right after each other. A lot of people are going to take them in October and then, test it out to be off them for a while, and then maybe take another one in April. But that's up to each and every one of us. But just remember, you only have an opportunity, a window of few days to buy this in October. So you really need to be prepared at that time. After that window closes, the next opportunity is April next year. So, but until then, and you know, Nu Skin has been growing with a rate of 20 to 30%, over 30 even year over year for the last year. They didn't do it on TR90. They did it on all the existing products. We have an incredible opportunity in our hands with the products. We have fantastic facial products, you know, the ageLOC range for the face, for our daily regimen in the morning and evening. But we also have, like you say, the ageLOC with the galvanic, and people need to learn a little bit how that works. But we also have all the vitamins, and that's something that I would recommend that you start to use now to prepare yourself for the program, is to be on LifePack. You know, get yourself scanned, get your scanner score from the biophotonic scanner. If you don't know what it is, ask around and get to know that. Get yourself on LifePack. Be as prepared as you possibly can. LifePack Marine Omega as a minimum until the October, and then of course you keep on doing that when you're on the program, because those are your basic vitamins and all the essential things. You will hear about that from your sponsors or your team around you. You have so many other things in Nu Skin, like our favorite products are often something that are not even ageLOC products, like the Epoch products with Firewalker or some of these, you know, body butter. So experience the products, talk about them, tell people what you love, and you will have opportunity of a lifetime in the autumn to really build on a success that you now, I mean, we are coming into the summer month, we are in the middle of the summer kind of in some of the countries, but this is really the time to build, guys. This is really the time to prepare yourself for the autumn. We have, I don't know, you know, we've never seen such a thing coming. So for my part, I say, you know, thank you very much for listening, and really take this and this information and run with it.
Yeah, maybe one thing, Gudrun, we haven't talked about the price of the kit, and you know, for a 3-month program, I think the price is about 800 euros. And if you look
True.
at that, one of the bars there is one like a meal replacement. So you can say take 5 euros towards that, because if you have 800 euros for 3 months, it's less than 10 euros a day. Take 5 euros of that, then you have the meal replacement there. So it means you're going on this fantastic program with its unbelievable results for less than 5 euros a day. I mean, guys, it's a joke. It's the best value system out there on the market with the most unbelievable technology. So I am so excited. I'm sure I can't go to sleep right now. I'm just so excited about the whole information we are getting here. And I hope you guys have enjoyed listening tonight. And I thank you so much, Gudrun, for your time and your valuable information. And hope you guys enjoyed it. If so, could you be so kind to go into your local OTG web pages and put some comments on the Facebook sites there. And yeah, give us your thoughts and tell us how excited you are about the whole system. Again, thank you so much, Gudrun, and have a really warm business building until October.
Yep, spread the word, guys. Go out and do magic. Good night.
Bye-bye.